Hi, welcome to Gist of Marketing. My name is Reza, and today we continue the famous book One Page Marketing Plan by Alan D. Let's get started. The first thing that we want to discuss today is that as someone who start his or her startup or his or her small business, we have this question: how we can do our advertisement or how we can do our marketing. So as Jonah Berger said in his famous book, Contagious, many people do, the rest of people do, or the majority of people do. As in psychology, they name it, they mention it as a social proof. So we look at what people do, we think, okay, this is a good thing that many people do, we do the same. And in business, many people look at the big companies, for example, like McDonald's, how they do, or how, for example, Pepsi do, but they forget some important facts that we want to discuss today. Okay, so we look at the successful businesses in our industry, but we are a small business, we are not a big one. We have to think carefully before we start and wasting our money. We look at the big businesses, so we try to do something like that, and we think, okay, this is a logical decision, but we find out it's not. There are two things that we should consider. The first is two big differences: budget and agenda. I think it doesn't need really to explain the difference between the budget of a big company and a small business or a startup. Completely obvious. So the budget is out of question. The second thing is agenda. So as a big business, they have many priorities. For example, the board of directors, shareholders, and make a profit. But for a small business, the first and the last and the most important thing is make a profit to go on, to continue, to be alive. And don't be one of those 90% that we talked in last video. So we talked about budget and agenda, the differences and the purpose. The thing that these big businesses do is mass marketing or branding. They do it so much, so many, that everyone that they try to draw the attention of everyone, because they have a great budget, so they can spend a lot of money in different media. Everywhere you go, you can find something about this company. But really, can you do that as a small business or as an entrepreneur? No way, yeah? So mass marketing is not something that we are looking for. So what is the answer? Small businesses, what is possible for us? Solution: direct response marketing. Actually, this book that Alan D wrote is a kind of is a way to implement direct response marketing. It's not something new. The author is genius that he can try to combine all these great ideas and make a great combination of these things and put it all of them on one page. And then you can, before wasting your money and your time and lose your business, you can focus on this book and learn every step carefully and clearly, and then you can do that. Okay, let's continue. Direct response marketing. But why? Because direct response marketing ensures you get a return on investment that is measurable. So in direct response marketing, or you can say direct marketing, we have some ways that we can do the measurement, and we know what we are doing, what we spend on. And as I explain later on, that you can find out is not something like throwing out monies like mass marketing, because they have a great budget, so they threw it out, they get it. Yeah, they repeat that again and again and again until as many as possible. Yeah, that they try to expand their message as much as possible. But for a small business, is not possible, as we talked about. So, what are the characteristics? What are the characteristics of direct marketing that we want to learn in one-page marketing? It is trackable. Trackable. When we say trackable, we know exactly which ad, which media. When we do our advertisement, we know exactly, for example, this customer that we have, from which ad, from which media. So it's perfect for a small budget business that you can like that you want to throw something to a target. You can do the aiming so clearly, so closely, so meticulously that you can get that, and you try to decrease the possibility of failure. So, next point, measurable. You know exactly which ad caused, for example, this sale was done by this customer. And through that, you can measure. For example, we talk about these things in in our videos a lot. Okay, so because we have to come back to this, I just right now try to give you a whole picture that what we are going to do. So don't worry if it's a little bit difficult for you. Okay, measurable. When we say measurable, that we know, for example, for this customer that he or she has done this amount of sale, we know from which ad we got it, so we can calculate exactly. Great idea. So compelling. When we do our advertisement, we have to be so careful about our headlines or sales copy. We talk about these things, that how we can write our message, or how we can make our message that, for example, from the first sentence to from the headline, that it catches the customer or prospects, actually at this moment, prospects to come towards us. So the next thing is target a specific audience or niche. This is a big difference. As you remember, I said in mass marketing, they threw the money, actually we can say, they threw the money everywhere, okay, until when it catches the prospect. But in a small business, no, we know which part of the customers or which part of prospects that we want to do business or we want to focus on. We don't do that for everyone. No, there is no everyone in a small business or a startup. Okay, so the next thing, a specific offer. I like this topic. I like this factor so much. A specific offer. Have you experienced sometimes you go somewhere and when they offer you 1, 2, 3, it's okay. You can say, okay, this one, that one, I prefer this one. But when they, for example, put on the table 10 different options, then you are confused. Like the time that you want to buy a cell phone. Oh my God, there are many, huh? And when you want to get information, compare them, sometimes you say, okay, leave it, I don't want to buy. Okay, so follow up. In direct marketing is the kind of communication we give and take. We give, for example, some information that it helps the prospect to solve his or her problem about, for example, the subject that we offer to the market. Okay, and we continue this connection as we don't just, for example, release kind of ad and buy. No. We build a connection, we build a relationship, can I say that? Yeah. So the next thing is maintenance follow-up. As we do our marketing, some people are not ready to buy because at that time they don't need. For example, you are a wedding photographer and your niche is those people that they are going to get married, okay? but some of them maybe they want to get married 1 year later on, 2 years later on, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't happen. Okay, so you can have them in your platform, and you can have those prospects. Maybe the day not maybe I can say the day that they want to do that, you can turn them to customers. So we keep them. It's important to maintain your prospects and don't leave them, and keep this information. Okay. Let's go to the next page. I like flip chart. It's a good and great thing to help teachers. Okay, this is one-page marketing plan. Actually, I make it simple. But you can find the better ones on the internet, especially in Alan Deep's website too. But the main idea is this: 3 stages, 3 levels. The first, before, during, after. Before, they are prospects. During, they are leads. And after, they are customers. Okay. Right now, we start from the first part, before. In before, we have 3 parts that we talk. For each of them, I made a video, so you would learn all of them part by part, and at the end, you have a big picture of all these things. Okay, so the first part, before, targeting, message, and media. We talk about this in the next videos. We start with targeting, and then later on. So right now I just want you to have this big picture. So during we have the capture, nurture, and conversion. And this third part, after, we have a world-class experience, increasing CLV or customer lifetime value. We talk about it, don't worry. And the last part is stimulating referrals. So it's like a journey that we start with our prospects. At this level, they start to know us. Do you remember the definition of marketing strategy that I said last previous video? That they know us, then they like us, then they trust us, yeah, to be a customer. So they start to know us. Prospects, they know us, so they get interested at the end of this level. They get interested after we do these things. They get interested. Then they become leads. So they like us at this level. These leads, they like us, and it ends this level. This ends with first time purchase. So at the end of this procedure, they do the first purchase, and then through these things we change them to customers, and it ends with repeat and referrals. Amazing, yeah? And you can have all these things for your small business or for your startup or any kind of medium-sized, small-sized businesses. So you can write all these things, and then you can have this big picture where it goes, how it goes. It's not like just throwing stones everywhere. Maybe it gets to the target, but it's a big plan. It's clear what we are doing. It's clear how we do that, and it's clear where we are going. Yeah, as I promised, at the end of each video, I try to give you the gist of it, the gist of the lesson. Okay. We said that big businesses, there are many differences between big businesses and small businesses and how they do the marketing. So they have different budget, they have different agenda, they have different purpose. So we are not comparable at all, the way that they do. And even, for example, the purpose of them is everyone, what we cannot, and our company size, is not comparable to them. Okay, so what is the solution? We said that direct response marketing, one-page marketing plan is about how we can implement direct marketing in one page. Actually, whole these book ideas are or direct response marketing. So what is the advantage of that? It ensures us that we can get a return on investment. That return on investment is clear in this kind of marketing, and it is measurable. I explained about the characteristics. It's trackable, it's measurable, it's compelling, and it is a target specific audience. We know actually we are which customer we want to work with, and it is a specific offer. And I think I forgot to say that during the lesson, so I explained it right here. Demands a response. In direct marketing, it's not just something that you watch and see and that's it. No, it asks you to do something. It asks the prospects to do something. It's a call to action. And follow up that I explained, and maintenance, the people that they are not ready to be our customers. Okay, and wow, a lot of voice. And I explained about the one-page marketing plan, the whole picture, targeting, message, media, all of them is the level of before, which starts with that they start to know us, the prospects start to know us, okay? And at the end of this level, they are getting interested. And by the next level, during the capture, nurture, and conversion. So at this level, we are facing leads, and it started from getting interested to the first time purchase. So at the end of this level, these leads do their first purchase from us. And from this part, the first purchase, we go to the next level or after, a world-class experience and increasing CLV or customer lifetime value, and stimulate referrals. And this level ends with repeat and refers. But we explain each of them in one video, and we try to learn all these things. Okay, thank you so much for being with me, and see you till the next video. Take care. Bye bye.